claims, you can stake claims. Came to show the movement moving like a freight train, breaking walls and crumble earth with every step we take. We walking by with lash and your neck will break. Never let it stray, so say it wrong, we'll set it straight. So coming at us with an awkward demeanor is leaving your life in the dead of fate. So pedal straight, avoid these shots, we send it all costs. Truly believing that it'll be different, we watching your body get hauled off. Simple as this, we giving the vibe of the revolution that we living within. Diminish the doubt of the haters that talk on the low because of this minuscule shit.
What's up, nerds? It's your boy, the OG GM, broadcasting live from Site B. It's 8:30 in the morning on the 24th day of July, 2024. It is 73 degrees and sunny, but based upon how awful my allergies are at the moment, I have a feeling weather's going to change. Hope maybe some summer thunderstorms. I don't know. It's Wednesday, so it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game crowdfunding type things that are coming to an end this week at your favorite crowdfunding site of choice. But you still have time to jump on that bandwagon if it's something I'm interested in. So let's go through the list. First and foremost, the Arduin Fantasy Map Art Collection is ending in 6 days. Got to shout out the boys at Emperor's Choice since they've been so good to me. It's already at 12,576. Its goal was 7,000, so it's beat that. 89 backers, not bad for Arduin. You know, I mean, we knew it was never going to be $1 million. We hoped, but we knew. But still, way to go, guys! Can't wait for the actual game to start play testing. So maybe they'll invite me or send me another copy, or at least talk to me about it. Okay, this is coming to an end. This is called Moonsoon. It's from a company called Arcane Minis. $90 is the most popular pledge. It gets you the PDF and print version of the 4 books, GM screen, a cool looking slipcase, and additional content, including music. This is the complete Moonsoon role-playing game. A world with 12 moons, and each moon has its own god avatar for you to adventure on and compete against. 5e type stuff about a world with new stuff, including a deck of cards and giant monsters. It's pretty. You would think a company named Arcane Minis would have minis come with their product, but it's definitely pretty. $90 is pretty reasonable considering what you get. I think the Wizards of the Coast bundle is like $160. So there we go. Mongoose Publishing has released another episode of the Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society. There's a name that goes way back for those of you who remember Old Traveler. It's $100 is the most popular pledge. That gets you the PDF and the print version of the 3 books, slipcases, papers, and more. It's 128-page source books of chunky, wonderful traveler spaceship goodness. If you're going to buy one serious, hardcore science fiction space game that isn't mine, this is probably the one to look at. From slightly reckless games, as opposed to completely reckless games, we have Berserk, or Berserker, which is Morkborg meets Vikings. At this point in time, I think it's safe to say there are more games out that are hacks of Morkborg than Morkborg. Is Morkborg really that great of a system? Or do people just like saying it's dark and grim, so it's for use with Morkborg? We hacked Morkborg to make Viking role-playing. Which is very interesting because there's also a video game coming out. I don't know if there's a connection between these two guys. But yeah, and there's also a comic book. When I'm reading, is there any connection with that? Okay, so it's a Morkborg, gritty OSR, cinematic Viking role-playing game using Morkborg. Don't see anything about it having a connection to the comic book or the video game. And apparently they use Diggy Diggy Hole from Wind Roses as one of the songs in their official Morkborg soundtrack for Berserk. So, I mean, pluses to them because, you know, who doesn't love the Diggy Diggy Hole song? I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy Diggy Hole. Diggy Diggy. Yeah, no mention of a video game or the comic book, but both of those are out there. And the art on the video game looks very similar to this art. Maybe the same artist. I don't know. If anybody from this company knows, please reach out to me. Yeah. Okay. We've got Progcore, Fantasy Dark Age of Fear from Todd Stashwick coming to an end. This is $75. Get you the PDF and print version of the system neutral book plus PDFs of the 5e conversion. Access to an actual play. So this is a 5e system neutral campaign based upon prog rock, inspired by prog rock. Now you might be going to yourself, what is Progcore? What is prog rock? Stop making up names. Progcore? Well, prog rock, according to the Wikipedia, progressive rock. It's a name for the music that came out to the late 60s, early 70s with the psychedelics stuff. An example of, you know, bands that did it would probably be, let's see, what's a prog rock band? Beach Boys? Pink Floyd, definitely. The Doors, the Zombies, the Byrds, the Dead, the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's, Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys. Those are some examples of what would be considered prog rock. Progcore as a gaming style. No clue. Just Progcore. There's a construction company called Progcore. There's Progcore Progressive Metal. There's a software company called Progcore. There is a group of artists that claim they do progcore fantasy. But actually, for what progcore fantasy is, as opposed to diesel punk or steampunk or aether punk or super punk or all these other names we're making up for art styles and styles of the genre. Don't know. I want to know. Have I played progcore and not known it? Do I want to play progcore? Is there such a thing as progcore? How is progcore different than any of the other made-up names we make up for just to roll dice and have elves with things, sticks, elves with sticks? It's elves with sticks. It's goblins with sticks, okay? Stop making up names to be cool. Oh, how is my game different than the 27,000 other grimdark games? Mine's progcore. And now on the opposite end of the spectrum, can never not say no to some love for Harn. Columbia Games releases Harn World Kingdoms of Chibesia. This is a system book, source book for Harn, possibly one of the best tabletop role-playing game settings that very few people know about. I used to have a gigantic Harn map, but it got lost or burnt up in the fire. I don't know. It was a wonderful map. Wonderful setting that doesn't get enough love. So that $60 gets you the PDF and the print version plus a novel. From Crucible 7 Games, we have Victorian 5e role-playing in a time of revolution. We had read that somebody had bought Victorian and was re-releasing it. Victorian was one of the very first steampunk games that came out when steampunk first became a thing. It's considered by many to be the best steampunk game. So Crucible 7 bought it, and they're releasing it. Hey, Crucible 7, whatever happened to their your D20 system? Anyways, it's $123. Gets you the PDF and the print version of all 3 books for the Victorian steampunk setting. Steampunk still a thing? Oh, I don't know if they feel like it is. From Theorycraft, we have Codex Arcana, a spell creation system for tabletop role-playing games. It's a Dungeons and Dragons source book. $20 gets you the PDF, which includes rules for how to make your own spells. I use the rules in Maze Rats and Knave to make my own spells. From EN Publishing, we have High Level Adventures, 5 exciting adventures for D&D 5e. $10 for PDF versions of the book, plus VTT, plus token bottles. This is a collection of short adventures ranging from 10th to 16th level for player characters to plot around with. I don't think high level is necessary in 5e. I think 10 should probably be, max level, because my experience was like 8th level characters can cakewalk through, the avatar of Jubilex, the Slime Lord, in 2 rounds, doing an average of 1,000 hit points by the end of the combat, if not more. So yeah, if 8th level characters can handle a CR whatever Jubilex is, 29 demon with 300 some odd hit points and 4 attacks and all the other stuff, and they're like, yeah, I thought it'd be tougher. Then yeah, you don't need 20th level D5e adventures. And then we have something called the Powered by Perilous Pamphlet Collection. This comes to us from Egg Embry. It's a bunch of different pamphlet role-playing games using the Powered by Pamphlets banner. So one-page brochure-style supplements for various different D20 type games, including Cyborg. There's at least 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's a shout out to Repo the Genetic Opera in this. So I guess there's one of these is a Cyborg game. It's called Psy Opera. It's from Head Cheese Production. It was inspired by Repo the Genetic Opera, which was based upon another movie called Gideon's Run, which I fucking wrote. So, wow, that's a weird, obscure shout out. But yeah, it was sort of a cyberpunk event movie that I wrote with Papusa Productions way back when I still was a screenwriter. So what a weird thing to see a reference to something that I helped create a long, long time ago. Yeah, who remembers Gideon's Run, the movie that I wrote? I think 2 copies sold ever. And then Repo the Genetic Opera, which was pretty dark and bizarre, but still weird thing to see today. Maybe that's a good sign. Anyways, blah blah blah. This one obviously, I have no clue. This one, yeah, I don't know. This one's pretty, but I mean, $90 to get you all that, and what, Wizards wants 160 for less? Anyways, that's all the Kickstarters you have a chance to pick up today. Obviously, the number one on the list is please support my sponsors of Emperor's Choice Games, bringing back the wonderful world of Arduin to your tabletop in 2025. You can find these links at any Kickstarter, backlit, group funding, itch.io type site if that's your kind of thing. Thank you, as always, Ian World, for letting me borrow your sites. Till next time, I'm the OGGN. If you appreciate this content, let me know. If you don't appreciate this content, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment to subscribe. Help me hit 2,000 subs by the end of August. Till then, you know what to do. Have a great day.